Hey everyone, how's it going? Well, just sitting here out in the garage this morning watching the sun pop up on the canyons, and I was just kind of sitting out here watching. I had my little phone propped up on here, getting caught up on all my videos, my YouTube buddies videos. Had some really good ones this morning. Appreciate all you guys for putting that content out there. Today what I think I'm going to do is a little walk around on the 55. I'm going to show the good, the bad, some of the stuff I've done on it already, and of course I'll be bringing this truck home to the west side where I do most of the work, down the road a little ways. It'll still be over a year probably, but I plug away at it over here, and gotten quite a bit done on it, so I'm going to just start in the back here, I guess, and just sort of go around the truck. So let me go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and pop the gate and show the back bed area first. So I'll be right back in a sec here. Okay, so I've just got a piece of plywood in the back now. I kind of like it like that, really. And the frame is pretty clean. I went through it and added some wood going across here. And I did the exhaust a while back. Put hangers in there and ran it out to here. So I'll show you underneath there real quick. So it's pretty sanitary there. Goes into a set of headers. I use some of the old piping. I'm not really in love with the hooker mufflers, but they're pretty good. Sounds okay. Of course, I got my favorite wheels and tires with the truck. Kragers with knockoffs, 50s on the rear. Tires are fairly old, but they're really good tread. Hopefully they hold up, and pretty good size there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 bolt rear end. Think it's out of the clip on it, I believe, is out of a like mid 70s or later Camaro, because the steering box is in front. Let me throw this back on real quick here now that you've seen the bed. Okay, yeah, the running condition of the truck is really pretty good. Now the bed, fenders, the side, the steps here, everything's in really nice shape. I'm gonna need cab corners, both sides. The normal stuff here. I have one of these that came with the truck. It's in pretty rusty shape, but and then I'm going to show you the door, and I'm going to put a link in this video of the door repair that I did. So let me grab a piece of plywood so I can lay. I don't like walking around on that gravel, the noise, but I'm going to actually lay down there so I can show you guys the door bottom and stuff. So I'll be right back in a sec here. Okay, so I did take this door off the truck and bring it home when I did the repair to it, which I don't think I'd recommend that, because there's really no way to put the door back and on and off the truck. But I made a little jig because I had to get this the hinge pocket here in the right place on the inner part of the door to have everything lined back up, and it is actually shimmed away from here, so nothing that you buy aftermarket fits very good. Now the other thing about the new panel that I got is that it would not have had these. So my new panel comes down here, and I decided to cut down around here, oops, and bring it in under here so I could retain this. Otherwise, I would have went across here and lost this, and I really like that. So I did the replacement of this panel, which it's my first time ever doing any sheet metal work. And so I'm really pretty happy with the way that all turned out. So it's got a brand new inner panel all the way across there, and then a door skin that came up around in this area here. And actually, you know, like I said, again, for my first time doing it, pretty happy with that. Hope you guys are seeing this pretty good. Let me show you the repair job. So we got the cab corners. This door's been repaired, and you know, they really never had a very good door armrests that I know of in these, so I added these belts onto here, made these handles, those little the pins that come out that the screws from these go into. I ground them flat and made a little detent in them for these, and I think they should have done that from the factory. So we'll close this. This fender had been hit right this way, and I believe that that's kind of what's messing up some of this, I hope, because this is the worst part of the truck. If I can get that looking good right in there, I'll be super happy. So I'm going to do a replacement of this fender on one of those bigger pieces that goes up into the wheel well there. So that takes care of this side. This is all really nice. Fenders are really good. Grill's an aftermarket chrome grill. We come around in here. We got the bottom of this fender, but everything else is really good, so this will just need a bottom. We have a cab corner back here. That's, you know, it's not as bad as the other side, but there's Bondo in here. But what's really bad, and let me bring you guys back, I'll get the plywood again, I'll show you, this door needs a complete inner and outer like the other side. Okay guys, so believe it or not, the other door was in worse shape than this one. And you see how this is all pulled apart here. It's all rusty down in here. Like I said, got the other door looking pretty darn good. All of this is all separated there. So that's that door. And now inside here, you guys help me if you can too, with this has had a piece of fiberglass or something, some plastic put on here. So I'm sure I'm gonna have to get in here, although it doesn't look really bad in most of these places here. It's pretty good. So I think on this side, just an inner step. And on the other side, see how they had all these, that's what I'm trying to keep, is all this stuff here to keep it looking factory. Now this truck's never gonna be really super nice, but I just want all the rust out of it. And you know, be just nice and tight. Now this door works really good now. This side, yeah, I'm gonna do this one too. You could tell it's kind of weak there. So I think those two steps, and then since, well, that's pretty much covered most of that. Now the inside, I took my little cover that I usually have off of here because I just wanted to show you guys the whole seat and everything. This is gonna need recovered, but I found a guy that does pretty good work that should be able to do that. As you guys probably know, if you've seen some of the videos, that I've done this shift riser a couple different times. This used to sit on the floor right from here down there, and that was really low. And so now it's really nice. I mean, I've drove it a little bit yesterday, and so the theme in here is sort of the, you know, the spot welds. And we got the block off plate for the radio, same kind of deal. I got my dice in here. And we got these aftermarket kind of cheap gauges. They all match and they all work. I'm not really crazy about them, but actually they look pretty good. And if I could maybe lay down some new carpet here and just clean the wiring up, just tuck it out of the way. The wire's going to need some work someday, but it seems to function well. And so let's go take you under the hood and look in there. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is under the hood of the 55, and I'm going to move this. I've just kind of left this here. I know it's not the best place. There is plenty of clearance from the headers, and I don't drive it too awful much around, just around the block down in our vacation property here, but that will eventually probably be moved to the bed, but it's works pretty good now. But I've kind of gone through and detailed the engine a little bit the best I could. You know, put some paint here and there, shined up the chrome. Did take the 1406. I won't even take that off. There's a video that I did where I did the rebuild on the carburetor. It works really nice. It's got electric fuel pump. All the filters are good and clean. The headers, I've had those off and new gaskets in them, and kind of clean the wires up a little bit. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Steering box is ahead of the cross member. I think that means that it's a like maybe a later model Camaro from like mid 70s rather than the older one. I still don't really know what's in here yet, believe it or not, as funny as that seems. I'd like to replace some of the ball joints and go through the front. There's these little knuckle spacers on the springs. I don't know what they were doing there, but I don't know you know, the full history of what went on with that. So I'd like to put new springs in it and everything. So yeah, let me fire it up real quick here. It ran yesterday, but it hasn't. It'll be cold this morning. It should start up pretty good. I'll bring you right back. All right, guys. So we'll just give her a little start up here. Just let the electric pump for a second there. One pump, and I kind of kicked off the electric choke. It's a little early here to let it run out at a high idle, but that's completely stone cold, so and I'm pretty happy with the way that the fender and doors and everything fit on this side of the truck. So if I can get the other side looking like this, then I'm pretty happy. It is a long bed, which I'm kind of partial to. I like it. Oh, and there was one other thing I was going to ask. This is for a question for my buddy Big Don over at Don's Hot Rod Garage. Let me shut this off real quick. On his 55 ragtop that he's putting the floor pan in now, he mentions that he had painted this gypsy red. And so now that you get a chance to look at that, maybe Don, you could let me know. Would you just kind of sand that down with something, you know, not maybe really aggressive, and try to take the little, it's pretty smooth, but see all these little chips? I'd like to get that looking a little better. I can't make it worse, so what the heck, right? Well, anyways, that's pretty much the 55 update on the truck, and it runs nice, and it's fun to have over here. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, be safe. Hey guys, What's going on? You know what I've noticed is, look how little the 55 is compared to that. Every time I see it, it just seems to be getting smaller and smaller. Wow. Yeah, it just keeps on getting smaller looking. I swear it was bigger yesterday.